Welcome to Yes You Can this morning. My name is Okoye Lotanna, and I'm glad to welcome you on board. Yeah, we're going to be discussing something very unique and special for every Nigerian, and the focus is on the Nigerian dream. The focus is on the Nigerian dream. But I'm going to be taking them in segments as I begin this morning by talking about leadership, becoming a generational thinker. Leadership, becoming a generational thinker. Now, you agree with me that where we are now, the place and the phase where we are now in Nigeria requires a radical shift. It starts with a mental shift that finally becomes a reality in governance. We have come to that point where we now need to look at the system that we've operated over these years. We now need to look at the kind of leadership we've had over these years and begin to question the things that have gone wrong. There are a whole lot of things that have gone wrong with Nigeria, and we are not where we're supposed to be now. We are actually behind God's original schedule for us in Nigeria. We are supposed to be the leader or the leading force in Africa. And you see, we are mostly known for negative things. So we are at that point now where God wants us to reconsider ourselves, reconsider what we're doing. It has nothing to do with the tribe or where you come from. Now, as far as we are still together, we now need to look at how can we be the best God has designed us to be? What must we do? So leadership, it's time to shift. It's time to try other, better things. Probably a younger generation. It's time to look at and rejig the system all over again. Now, we need generational thinkers, people that can see the future, people that can think the future, not people that think about yesterday and who they used to be and the amount of wealth that they used to have and all of that. This is the moment for generational thinkers. But not just that as an individual, I'm talking about everywhere, massively producing generational thinkers in all aspects of society, in all spheres of society. The need for you and I to become a generational thinker, the need for you and I to take up, the responsibility, not just to be a citizen, but to become a faithful person that also think generationally. So these are the things we're going to be looking at. Generational thinkers sow the seed for the future. They believe in the future. They sow the seed for the future. They act for the future. Now, these are the qualities we need to start looking at, even as we choose our leaders. What have they been doing? Who have they been investing in? And this, this is so important. Generational thinkers think about the future. They talk about the future. They believe in the future. They give hope for the future. Because if we don't have hope, then we are useless. Then we are doing nothing. Any nation that the leaders cannot give them hope, then there is a problem. That's been a problem of this one. You notice for the past 8 years, we've been hearing what we met on ground, what we saw on ground. We never knew. No, that's no longer time for that. We've had that enough. Where we are now, the nation Nigeria must move forward. So we notice we are looking for men and women that understand how to pump hope in the heart of people. And beyond that, legacy of what has been done before. We must combine these two things together. So you look at that. Generational thinkers also think beyond today. You can see we never had this all this while. That's why we see leaders go borrow money and they massively embezzle this money and do what they want to do with it. Of course, get the next generation to pay for it. And that is not the way to go. That is not the way a generational thinker thinks, right? We must begin to think rightly now. Where we are at that bridge where we either make it or we lose it. The nation Nigeria is at the very moment where our destiny is about to be, bettered. Probably we've been joking all this while. We've done our best, Let me not say we've been joking. We've done our best, but the best is not enough. This is that moment where we must think differently. So generational thinkers think beyond today. They think about tomorrow. They see tomorrow. They plan for tomorrow, and we live to make sure that tomorrow works. That is part of the thing you and I need to be thinking about. What can I do to guarantee today and tomorrow? What can I do to make sure that our children, do not come to begin to pay the debts that we owe? This is a way to think. This is a way to think, my friends. It has nothing to do with your tribe, your community, where you come from. It has everything to do with the solutions we are bringing to this generation and beyond this generation. Because God wants to use Nigeria for something huge in the continent of the world. But the truth is, we must stand out, first of all, and tell ourselves is the moment, and then begin to pay the price that is required. And one of the prices it requires is that every young person must begin to think differently. Every elderly person must begin to think differently. How can we change the narrative of this country? What must we do? And you know what you should do is the right action to do. Go get your voter's card. But beyond that, be ready to vote for the credible candidates and not by religion and not by, what do you call it now, ethnic group. You know who can take us to the next level. And let's go ahead and do that. So that's very important for us. The world is actually waiting for us and is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you and I. The world is waiting for Nigeria to arise and shine. And we are wasting time. If you look at the Nigerian national anthem, it says, "Arise, O compatriots." It is a time for us to arise. We have been sleeping. Yes, we have been sleeping. We've allowed these men and women to just squander and plunder the destiny of a lot of people. You see people looking for job everywhere, moving around the streets. They go for school, they get certificates, and there is no job anywhere. And somebody has the tenacity to tell us cock and bull stories, and their kids are not here. Their children are not in Nigeria. So we need to be real to ourselves now. We are the one taking all the heat right here now. Okay? This country have potentials, but potentials is not enough until we put it to work. Potentials is not enough. These are the hidden things you carry in the inside as a when we talk about potential. So Nigeria has a great potential, but it's time to bring them out. It's time to allow the younger generation to come and help and think. After all these are leaders were all, leaders even at their young age. So how come at this moment they still don't want the young people to arise and shine? This is the moment. This is the time. So everyone needs to do the bit you need to do and take responsibility for what we need to do. I'll give you a few quotes from some of my friends. Bankole Williams says a word like this. He says, "Our past may have influenced who we are, but we are responsible for who we are or for who we become. We are responsible for who we become. As a nation, probably our past was responsible for where we are. But from now henceforth, we must become responsible for who we become." That's from Bankole Williams. I have another one from Fela Drotoye, one of our foremost speaker, Fela Drotoye in Africa. "Everyone, including you, suffers when you refuse to be all and do all you can." Everyone, including you, suffers when you refuse to be all and do all that you can. We have so much to offer to the continent of Africa and beyond. But you know what? A few days ago, I was thinking about innovation. I was thinking about a whole lot of things. How come our innovation centers in Nigeria, they are not working? If you have an idea now, where are you supposed to go to? Where are you supposed to get funding for your idea? And that's the issue. They say Nigerian youths are lazy youths, but the question is, have they been given the platform to exercise the potentials they carry on the inside? Have they been given the opportunity? What exactly are the opportunities before them? So these are the questions we need to ask. And now we need to get in a man that can help deliver this baby, safely. We are set for a ride, a major ride in Africa. Now, Ibukun Awoshika says, "I come from a place where there are opportunities staring in the eyes, but is looking for the people who have the heart and the courage to do it and to do it right." I'll take it again. Please listen. "I come from a place where there are people, there are opportunities staring in our eyes, staring us in the eyes, but is looking for the people who have the heart, first of all, and the courage to do it and to do it right." Two things are involved: to do it and to do it right. Men and women with courage, with competence, with skills to do something and to do it right. If you're a young person listening to me this morning, you need to bring out your best. This is that finest hour for every young person to begin to be at their best. What are those things you can do well to salvage this country? What are those things you have learned over the years, the expertise, the skills you've learned? How can I turn it into an impact platform? How can I use it to impact other young people? How can I use it to change lives? People are, suffering from poverty. All kinds of things are going on. I'll take one, another one from Lotanna Okoye. This is the chairperson of Xenox Technology Limited. He says sometimes excitement can derail you, and the excitement are short time, right? I think the most important thing is realizing that you could be the most intelligent person in the world. That you could be the most intelligent person in the world. I tell you the truth, we're at that moment where we need to begin to believe in ourselves. Nigerians must begin now to believe in ourselves, because this is our finest moment. This is that moment we must do the right thing. Begin to believe in ourselves, begin to buy Nigerian product, begin to also trade on integrity, including the one producing the product. Can you please give us the best product now and stop giving us anything fake? This is that moment where we need to bring down the issue of corruption, knock it down from our lives and bring up the issue of integrity. And of course, it starts from the leadership. And you can do your part, of course. Now, we have another quote from Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the former Minister for Finance. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala says, I believe that when you find a problem, you should also find a solution. When you find a problem, you should also find a solution. Yeah, that's where we are now. As we locate problems, we are looking for and bringing out solutions alongside. So that is the kind of society we want now. Again, Steve Harris says, it is not what you don't have that limits you. It is what you have but don't know how to use. It is what you have but don't know how to use. Nigerians, where we are now, we need to bring out every single thing we have, every single positive impact we can make. This is a moment. And then we collaborate together, we join with other people, we partner with other people, we learn lessons from other people that have done it before, and then be at our best. We can no longer be there joking and laughing and playing, right? Okay, Tony Elumelu says, today we may appear young and people may not believe in us, but we are going to compel them to believe in us through our achievements. We are going to compel them to believe in us through our achievements. That's a very important one. They may not believe in us now, but from this moment forward, through the things we are going to achieve, they don't have an option. I want to challenge every young person that is listening to me, and including elderly people too. Your time is not yet over. There is a whole lot you can still do. The reason why God has kept you on planet Earth is because you have something to offer to your generation. Arise and shine. This is your finest moment. Wake up and look inwards and begin to provide solution for your country. Nigeria needs you, Africa needs you. And this is that moment where all of us needs to make the difference together. I end with John Obidi that says, it is not only important for you to become a superstar at what you do, it is necessary. There are people in your future counting on you to make it. There are people in your future counting on you to make it. There are millions of people in Nigeria, millions of people in Africa, millions of people all over the world waiting for your manifestation. You as a Nigerian listening to me this morning must be proud of ourselves and the solution we can bring on board. I believe we can still turn this nation around if we have the right leadership. And I tell you the truth, the right leadership is just around us. And let's embrace this very leader and, of course, support him and make all the difference. All right? This is our moment. We must not miss this very opportunity. It's time to be obedient and useful.